Saudações pessoal, meu nome é Atecep, sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais uma live stream aqui no canal. Hoje vou começar a jogar um jogo que já não jogo há muito tempo, basicamente desde que ele saiu, não é? Para o PC. Que eu na altura joguei o jogo de uma forma, digamos que alternativa, mas entretanto adquiri o jogo de forma oficial, não alternativa. Só que, opá, já tenho isto na minha conta Steam já à vontade, pá, há uns, sei lá, 8 anos, sei lá. Ainda nem tinha entrado no doutoramento. Portanto, já está aqui há demasiado tempo. E, opá, e como o jogo é bom, pelo menos tem coisas boas, engraçadas. Tem alguns memes também engraçados. Opa, e por que não jogar LA Noire da Team Bondi e publicado pela Rockstar? E como é normal, não vamos perder mais tempo e vamos arrancar já aqui para o joguinho. Eu já estive a jogar um bocadinho. Eu sinceramente nem estava a contar propriamente em jogar isto em stream. Porque eu comecei a jogar, estava a curtir tanto e eu pensei, não, isto era um jogo fixe para trazer para stream. E assim foi. Eu tive que instalar aqui um mod de 60 FPS, porque o jogo corre a 30, mas é miserável jogar a 30 FPS. Não sei como é que o pessoal nas consolas consegue jogar jogos a 30 FPS. Os meus olhinhos ficam assim um bocado tensos. Mas pronto, instalei o mod dos 60 FPS e depois liguei também os Fluid Motion Frames da AMD para ter a 120. Vocês não vão ver, mas vou ver eu e vou sofrer menos. E pronto, vamos dar início então aqui ao LA Noire. Olha, já agora, deixa eu ver aqui como é. Eu nem sei se mudei os gráficos disto. Ah, está tudo no máximo, está bem. Com o máximo acho que é quality. Pronto, new game, do you want to skip the tutorial cases? No. Porque haveria. É para ver os casos todos, tudo. Do you fuck young boys about this? Are you a madman?
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. The symbol of freedom and vitality.
O meu vai para o mecânico na quinta-feira. Ai, minha amor. Me dá-me um chocho. O Brandon McNamara.
A city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory.
Se bem que aqui as casas nos Estados Unidos são todas iguais.
A city of opportunists.
Então estás-me a dizer que aquele é oportunista?
The city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet.
Isto passa-se nos anos 50, salvo erro, não é?
A city of pioneers.
Tenho ideia que sim. Hollywood Land. Pá, já não me lembro praticamente nada deste jogo. Sei que é muito engraçado. E vou-me esbardalhar todo nos casos. E isto usava um motion capture muito engraçado. Olha, um jogo conhecido. É sim, amigo. E já agora bem-vindo, Lubito. Ainda não ouvi o vosso podcast de ontem dos Game Awards, mas devem dizer coisas muito engraçadas, principalmente por causa do Spider-Man, dado que vocês são uns fanboys da Sony.
In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for, and that you're on the same team.
I see.
But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time.
Eu não confio em ninguém.
Calling car 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective and
Essas animações eram muito engraçadas.
Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Pá,
Here we
só
go
pôr-se um
again.
bocado mais baixo.
They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
O gajo ali, todo contente. Foi um episódio interessante, sim. O Spider-Man tinha muita competição boa. Tenho pena de não ter ganho nada de nada, mas não chegou assim tanto. É normal, quando não fazem jogos bons, é normal não ganhar prémios. Normalmente acontece. A Negro Male? Fogo. Na altura podia-se dizer isto. Agora este jogo não passava, com um ator branco a dizer Negro Male, era para esquecer.
I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
Hurry it up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Isto não passava agora. Ter um ator branco a
This is
dizer
a fist hump.
Neighbor
Just
Male.
going through the motions.
Probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way.
Isto não.
We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out.
Ok.
Two heads are always better than one.
Pá, só que a minha cabeça é melhor que a tua. Yeah, boy. Oi? Espera aí que eu... Que é uma garrafa.
Look at this junk.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Pois, já vi que não. Como é que uma garrafa no chão ia ser relevante?
It's not my job to pick through other people's trash.
Isto. Shrink says the mind is the final frontier. Hã? Ah, engraçado.
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in second year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
E
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
ele teve na
Battle
guerra.
fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Sheldon.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital. A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance, for your friend's help, is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that. Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure, for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
Parece assim. Caralho, isto está a ficar possuído aqui as lâmpadas. Tenho que comprar umas na Maxmart. Tem aqui uma lâmpada que está a ficar toda possuída. Fogo, mas sabes que elas só duram 2 anos, que eu tenho estas lâmpadas há 2
What have
anos.
you got, Phelps? Anything?
Deixa eu ver o que tem cá em cima. Aqui nas escaditas.
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
Está mas caladinho.
Cole, come take a look at this.
Não bom nada, está mas calado. Estou a ver aqui a banda a passar. Fogo, eu lembro-me que na altura este jogo, e que gráficos, meu Deus, e agora olho para isto e penso, isto foi feito no Paint. No Paint 3D, mas Oi? O que é que está? O que é? Um pincel.
Don't think this is anything.
Achas que isto não é nada? Isso é o pincel, claro que é alguma coisa. Olá, João Carlos, bem-vindo à live stream, amigo. Está tudo? Ui, uma cena de crime. Oh, bloodstain.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't
Chama-se
really matter how you go. once
Enhanced
you're gone.
Sync.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
É só isto que eu tenho que fazer? Não há mais nada para aqui. Open Notebook. E Opel. Scooter peitão, que é um gajo que tem um grande peito. O gajo anda a fazer peitinho no ginásio. Homicide Investigator. Close. Saber o que é que temos aqui. Bloodstain. Blood splatter stains in recessed doorway on hallway floor. O jogo não parece estar um bocado escuro. O jogo parece que falta brilho. Deixa-me averiguar. Isto, o jogo parece-me assim um bocado escuro. Isto deve ser onde? Display, não? Black and white, brightness, está aqui. Está muito escuro. Isto não faz nada. Ai, faz. Engraçado, mas estava correto. Larga isso e vai para o Valorant. Estás todo tolo. Está ali a arma do crime lá em cima.
Something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
Então, sobes aí umas escaditas, dá para ver lá para cima.
Guns up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
É uma garrafa, eu não quero saber da garrafa. Drain pipe, dá para subir o drain pipe. Sobe aí ao mastro. Aqui a arma. Deixa eu ver. Opa.
Smith & Wesson, serial S7189.
How you doing, Cole? Found it yet?
Sim, senhora. Foram disparadas duas munições.
And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
Não é assim muito interessante. O gajo só disparou 2 tiros e está tudo. Larga isso e vai para o Yakuza 4, mas é no início de 2024. Quero ver se já começo isso. Eu também vou começar. Na minha Steam Deck.
We have the gun, Cole.
Yeah, boy.
Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Então vamos lá, Gun Store agora. Siga. Alright, locations. Gun Store. Set as destination.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
Claro.
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Como é que eu entro no carro? Não é. Mas acho que havia uma cena. Se eu carregasse muito tempo, ele conduzia por mim. É exatamente isso. Que assim dou skip. Que este jogo conduzir é cagativo. Este jogo parece um GTA, mas não é um GTA. Guns, ammo, guns, sporting. Sporting goods. Sporting is goods.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino.
A rhino?
These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
Sporting is goods porque ganhou o Sports. É verdade.
is about something bad.
Sporting's goods because win sports. Yes, and sports bets second place or third place.
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole.
Pearl grips.
You see it on there?
Model 37. Item. Model 37. Model 37. Hã? Ou 27? Pearl grip. É 27, não é 37, é este.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Sure. Obviamente que sim. Também podes largar isso e pagares umas cervejas à malta. Achas? Eu estou teso, meu. E agora vou empanar dinheiro no carro que nem vai ser bom. Até vou chorar. Fogo. Não tem sorte nenhuma. Dá lá, conduz que eu não quero conduzir.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name. If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Pois não, o gajo é burro.
That's why they get caught. 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
O gajo insulta-me como se não fosse nada, mas está-se bem. Pronto, estamos no apartamento dos Schroeders às 10h22, parte da manhã. Se precisares, compra o teu Steam Deck em terceira mão, 100 euros. Sim. Exato. Podes-me era comprar um PC. Depois pus mais um à venda, se quiseres adquirir. Está à vontade. As portas douradas, ou melhor, com a maçaneta dourada. Está aqui uma... o Schroeder está no 2.
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Então as portas com a maçaneta dourada dá para abrir. É uma boa informação. Dramática até, diria eu. Aqui. FBI, open up!
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Hey!
Tough guy?
O quê? Este gajo dá um morrão polícia. Este gajo é tolo. Pomba! Joelhado e o caraças.
Ralph, you all right? I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Posso comprar a placa gráfica sem paus. Está bem, tá. Queres mais nada? Pois não. Também querias um cafezinho. Ora, vamos lá abrir a estação. Summer, Clayton. Tá aqui o Floyd.
List of names in a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
E o que é que isso significa?
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation, or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner, and leave the book where you found it.
Pronto.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
Acho que está feito o caso, já resolvi. Já sou o melhor polícia de Los Angeles. Olha a música do apita o comboio, lá vai apitar. Apita o comboio à beira do mar. O gajo todo penteadinho. Tomou banho para a viagem. Apite la chamboie, lá vai apite.
You
dumb fucking sons of bitches. Get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me.
Já perdeu o tempero.
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Meryl.
Any other gentlemen for OCS?
O que é que significa OCS?
OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD.
O que é MCRD? Eu não percebo estes termos do Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama. Armada Dangerous.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs.
Quem é que está armado e é perigoso? Eu ponho já os braços no ar, que eu tenho receio.
You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope.
Estes americanos são perigosos. Que estes americanos são todos do Alabama.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and
Shots fired.
1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identifying code 3.
Ui, o Code 3 é complicado.
It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Oh, o gajo ligou a coluna JBL para ouvir aquela musiquita na praia.
KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
Ei, eu não quero conduzir, detesto conduzir neste jogo. Como é que eu tiro a gaita? Já está. Já desliguei a gata. É no H de horny. Será que já para fazer a derrapagem? Ui, ui, ui. Pronto, pareço eu a estragar o meu carro. O gajo a fazer pontaria e a lamber-se tudo. Isso é para partir. Como é que eu saio daqui? É o controle. Controle dá para entrar e sair do cover. Vai buscar. Pô, apareceu um gajo lá em cima assim de repente. Ui, o gajo tem uma Tommy Gun. Dá reload, dá reload. O gajo tira-me um chapéu, filha da p... Essa guinada lembrou-me o teu Lancer. Eu nunca dei uma guinada com o Lancer, mas já dei uma guinada com o Celica. Derrapei na rotunda. E depois comprei uns pneus em condições.
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
Oh, o penteadinho. Goodbye. Oh, o gajo está nas camaradas. Nas camaradas.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers
Também não tinhas pneus, tinhas 4 ovos. É verdade, aqueles pneus eram muito pequeninos. Era o que era. E tinha uma Coca-Cola do McDonald's. Estes flashbacks não estou a perceber, mas parece muito engraçado. O gajo esteve na guerra, foi?
With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Também só te pergunto isto. Também só pergunto isto. Do you fuck young boys, Balves?
Talk about it, Cole. Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. In my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after
Aí o
him,
gajo
Phelps. I'll
é...
head him off in the car.
Gosta do Tintol, é? E porquê que tem que ser eu a correr atrás dele? O gajo a sacar a sua fantástica lanterna. Oi! Ah, red blip. Olha, 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 olha. Então, mas é que este gajo pensa a subir a escadaria? Opa! Ah! Ele assim, não, agora vou... Não, agora não. Agora não quero. Não duvido que só estejas a jogar isso de novo por causa do Valdez. E é. Do you fuck young boys, Valdez? Are you a madman? Are you a madman? Mais ou menos, não fizeste muito o teu tempo, só tiveste lá dois meses. Não tenho pistola, não dá para dar um tiro no gajo. Eu dava já um tiro no gajo.
Give it up, Bowers. There's nowhere left to go.
Ei!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Pimba, pimba, pimba.
Right then, pretty boy.
Pimba, pimba. Pimba, pimba, pimba. Agora vou agarrar na careca do gajo e pimba. E de quê? Aí, resolvi. Está-se bem?
Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Lá vai o comboio, lá vai apitar.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one.
É verdade.
The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor.
Candidate Phelps.
Esprit de Corps. Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2.
Ei, o Kelso está a ficar fodido.
Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1.
Ei, este gajo está a queimar o Kelso.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in the schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Ei. Buyer beware. São tantos casos seguidos. Eu tinha ideia que os casos eram maiores, fogo. Isto não era assim.
Leg up gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solved that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank and file patrolman.
Ei, shots fire, shots fire. Ei, e matam assim na rua? Assim à vista toda a gente?
Could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses.
Eu estava ali na esquina.
You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up.
O pilau dos homicídios. Oi, eu gosto desse pilau.
Everybody stay back. Let us do
O
our
pilau dos
job.
homicídios. O que é isto? Eu vi aqui uma coisa a brilhar. Ah, estão aqui as balinhas. Que eu vi.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
Yeah. 32. Está aqui o falecido.
Broad daylight, crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Na boa, quem é que anda a suicidar pessoas durante o dia? O gajo está mexendo na cara dele. Larga a cara do homem. Tira-lhe uma catota. Deixa eu ver se o gajo tem aqui um dinheirito. Gigalheta, apartamento não sei o quê, Pearl Earring, $52. O que é isto? If the merchandise is not fully paid for or collected,
Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Guarda, guarda, guarda. Guarda que assim ninguém sabe. E desse lado? Não tem nada. E aí nas mãos? As mãos estão lavaditas, está-se bem. E a outra mão? Será que a outra mão está lavadita? Ih, este gajo limpou com as mãos. E não lavou. Dramático. Ok.
We should make sure we check the whole crime scene before questioning the witness.
Eu já não vi tudo.
Can I help? Officer, please tell me what's going on.
Passei por cima do corpo e o caralho. Mas acho que também não há aqui mais nada que eu esteja a ver. Tem aqui um corpo, encontrei as balas. Acho que não há mais nada.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Ok. Review evidence. Então. Não dá para. Questions are listed on the right. Ok, tá-me a explicar. Shooting. Receipt for pearl earrings made out on Bank of não sei o que, não sei o que.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
O gajo ficou confuso. Ela está a esconder coisas. If you think the witness is lying and you have proof, select lie to accuse the witness. Press 3 to accuse the witness of lying. Acho que ela está assim meia suspeita. Então toma lá, mentirosa.
You're lying, Miss Coletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Como? Eu tenho aqui esta informação.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Coletta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh God, I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder.
Ela está preocupada com os brincos. Está ali um gajo morto.
Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Pois, por acaso parece bocado. Fala-me
Which
nisso.
jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger.
Eu vi que tinha lá muito tiro.
He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Hey, cold-blooded. If you think he's lying, but lack of proof is lack doubt. Pensas que me enganas? Que eu estou a ver a tua expressão assim.
You're making me angry, Miss Galetta. Is that what you want?
Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Possible religious motive. Details of shooting.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many. And they were so loud.
Era que eu vi também, na esquina. Some lose the blues in their hearts. But when I think of you,
even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang. And then another.
Outro.
And then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Só fazer contas.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave.
Bem.
We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened, Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my...
Never mind, exatamente.
Never mind.
É.
Yes, officer.
Mas essa aprendes que eu não duro sempre. Esperem aí, deixa-me só dar aqui um jeito à cadeira. Que eu como sou gordo, ela vai baixando. Yeah, boy. O que é isto? Mystic Tales? Dá para pegar nisto? Não. Pronto. Vou falar aqui com um indivíduo. Amigo. Amigo. Pronto, tenho que ir a conduzir.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Artfield Showers Stores. Non-bushes shows. Esse é onde eu estou. Jewelry Resellers. Vamos lá. Ao Jewelry Resellers. Mas amigo, conduzo tu porque não estou com vontade de conduzir. Estou traumatizado. Estraguei o meu carro. Estou traumatizado. Hartfield Jewelry Stores às 2h36 punta manhã. Pós-manhã. Ok. Vamos entrar.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Não.
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
Estava que me dissesse a verdade.
No, Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Olha. O gajo vai fugir. Eu já estava a adivinhar. Já estava a adivinhar. Este gajo estava cheio de vontade de bombardear Gaza. Eu vi na expressão dele. Mas eu não quero dar aim. Pumba! Sabe o que a gente ia disparar? Cadeia já.
You're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
Siga. Cadeia. O gajo está de contente.
The case that makes
Que
you,
fixe.
and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who knocked down Malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
É verdade.
Yes, sir. Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from.
Ok.
But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Sim.
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Por que não?
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps.
Como por exemplo?
Motive, opportunity,
Ok.
hard evidence, and best of all, a confession.
A confissão é
If you
importante.
fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter.
E violência, eu não
How are you
sei.
feeling
Não sei se concordo com isso. Eu
Very
posso
good.
levar um processo. Ah não, isto é
The evidence is
1950, não há processos.
May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Nada. Siga. Vamos a ganhar. O gajo está ali, ó.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
Quer-me mandar estar caladinho.
Can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have
Exatamente.
to pay for that.
Ok. Vamos rever primeiro as evidências todas. Houve aqui um shooting, é verdade. Fatal sidewalk shooting incident, one male victim. Foram usadas balas de 32 de calibre. 5 mais precisamente. E aqui o recibo da coisa. E o suspeito foi positivamente identificado. E há possivelmente motivos religiosos. Ok.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Aham. Estás a mentir? Deixa eu ver se me safo desta. Estás a mentir, seu mentiroso.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
I know. I know.
We know all about the argument. Escaleta.
Como é que justificas isto então?
You're counting on the girl?
Obviamente.
You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
Obviamente.
Going to
É
the
um
gas
testemunho.
chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Tu vais para a câmara de gás só porque o gajo é judeu. Meu Deus, meu. Este jogo agora não podia ter saído. Este jogo não saía. Eu sei que este jogo já tem pai 12 anos ou lá o que é. Mas este jogo agora não saía cá para fora. Oxi. Quanta agressividade. Não pode ser.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker.
Oi.
How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Eu não tenho provas, acho eu. Não, isto não é uma prova. Possible motive racial não tem, isso não é bem uma prova, né? Duvido.
You left-wing leaning
Que agora já percebo.
parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Ei. Já foste, amigo. Vais para a cadeia. Vais para a câmara de gás, como o gajo disse.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Oi, tu nunca jogaste
Then let
isto?
me have a word with the
que
chief of police.
é só jogas esses jogos do
The
Weaves,
department
dos
needs
Personas
heroes.
ou caralho.
A shining, honest
Esses
face
jogos
public
de
can
pessoal
admire.
que usa roupa de licra
I applaud your talent for unwavering
da cabeça aos pés, manda-se.
Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice.
Só jogas esses jogos que foram nomeados 7 vezes e perderam as 7 vezes. Foda-se. Como é que é possível? Mas pronto, nem todos podemos ter bons gostos, não é verdade? Fast? Claro. Perfeito. Há melhor do que eu para resolver crimes? Já me. The driver's seat. Mais um caso para ser resolvido. Olha os gajos ali a pescar do lado esquerdo. É um facto, alguém tem de ficar com jogos maus, ainda bem que estou. É, boy. Pá, também merecem ser jogados.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is
Não dá para empenar o gajo?
Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
Hey, Burkowski!
Phelps, you go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
Oh, he's an intense one, isn't he, Mel? Who's intense? The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Olha o Joca!
I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory.
Certo, parece o
Make a
Joca.
change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective. And
Oh, Roy.
They all dress like movie
Pensava que era o
stars?
Joca.
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of LA is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
Stick with me, kid, e são os dois da mesma idade. Está tudo.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Ei.
Quiet,
Muito obrigado, muito obrigado.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war.
Claro.
Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why are you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Burkowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys? Stick with Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside now. I'm going to start you out with 1 case. Do okay? I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out. Come on.
Ok, vamos basicamente investigar tudo que tenha a ver com carros, é isso? E tráfego. Tráfego de rodas. Oh, é shit. Vamos cheatar lá para baixo. Ah, é shit. Oh, que é shit.
I didn't ask for any favors.
Ok. Vamos continuar a excitar. Ah, não é para excitar, é para sair. Tá bem.
You know this place? Sure. Near the old gasworks and signal depot in the warehouse district. I'll direct.
Não vais nada. Tu vais é conduzir, não vais dar-me direções.
So,
Vai a tua
tell me a
vidinha.
little about yourself, Phelps. Are we friends now, Bukowski? We
Eventualmente.
have to work together. Don't be so touchy. I grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. Went to college at Stanford. Did 2 years ROTC before Marine OCS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early 45 as a first lieutenant. Fought in the Okinawa campaign.
Tá verde, ó burro!
Shipped back home. Did a
O
year
senhor
on
não
the
sabe
beat.
conduzir, mas valia ter sido eu a conduzir.
So you won the Silver Star. I don't want to talk about it. Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa. No. You were up there all night, draped in the flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready. Finished? The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you. I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do? I kept the streets of LA safe for the people. Yeah. Now I get it. Unfit for service. Oh, fuck you, Phelps. I earned a bravery citation during the Zuda riots. Sounds like you had it rough. I did my job. No one is saying you didn't. I did 6 years as a patrolman. That's the 3rd time you've told me.
Pronto, tá bem. Não interessa. Ok. Abre aí, cancela.
That you, Bukowski?
Não, não, sou o Fernando.
Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
Então. Tá aqui um carro, é abandonado.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stick.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
Que gráficos horríveis, mãe do céu. Na altura eu dizia que isto tinha altos gráficos, agora eu olho para isto e penso, que gráficos miseráveis.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. You don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure out.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
Pronto. O meu primeiro caso a sério de detetive de carrinhos. Oi. O som deste não está bom. Oi, o som deste não está bom. Bem, também não é... Deixa-me pôr a música mais para baixo. Porque assim corro menos riscos de levar conteúdo terceiros. Mas o som não está bom. Bem, mas também não interessa, é igual. Tommy!
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the corner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiff as yet.
We have an owner for the car?
The car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right, we'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
Então vamos investigar aqui o... Vou ver o carro no fim. Vou ver aqui. Ah, tem aqui uma cena no chão, que é isto? Oi, tem aqui uns óculos. Oi, peraí que isto é... Stenzel.
Home repaired by the look of it.
Yeah, tem aqui fita cola. Horrível. E isto? Ui, que creepy.
Happier times, I guess.
Meu Deus, isto parece... Mãe do céu, isto parece que estou a ser consumido pelo diabo. Quem me dera.
32
Agent
years
Black.
old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?
Este gajo tem 32 anos. Mãe do céu, desde quando que este gajo tem 32 anos? Fogo, eu estou muito melhor conservado, então. Eixe. 32 anos. Tá bem, tá. Ei, tá aqui o C. Onde é que está o B? Aí o B é o carro, tá bem. Deixa eu ver aqui o C então. Tá aqui um cano. Insta Heat.
Brand name might give us something to go on.
Ok. Tá aqui mais alguma coisa? Dá para subir aqui ao posto?
Hey, Flatfoot, you're looking to get rid of that old crate? I'll give you a nickel for it.
E pronto. Tá a ver que este gajo é estúpido. É que caramba, está tudo ensanguentado isto. Ixi! Ixi!
Victim looks to have lost a lot of blood.
Meu Deus, nem sei como é que não está aí um cérebro. Ai, do céu, está tudo ensanguentado. E aqui na mala, tem alguma coisa? Um pau?
Doesn't look like anything.
Oh, isso é... Espilrei. Ai, o que é isto? Live hog? Vais comprar um porco? Ok, já estou a ver de onde é que veio o sangue, né? O gajo basicamente matou o porco no carro. Quem é que mata um porco num carro? Bem, deixa-me falar aqui com um médico.
Doc, Detective Phelps, what have we got?
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. The victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
Não, isso eu já vi que não está. Garantidamente. Garantidamente que não está. Isto é muito sangue. Pronto, deixa-me falar aqui com este Fernando.
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car. Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
E fizeste muito bem.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Estás a falar a sério, que eu estou a ver que estás muito sério.
Did you see
Estás a dizer a
anybody else
verdade.
in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
E estás a dizer a verdade. Sim, senhor.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regularly, so it kind of stood out.
Ok.
The wallet by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
Não tens provas, mas eu vou duvidar.
Do you want the patrol?
É verdade, não tenho provas.
While we turn out your pockets, Mr. Wilkie.
Maybe I checked inside that wallet. Not that I was gonna steal anything. Maybe I took a look. But there weren't no money in there. Not even change.
We found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
Está a dizer a verdade também.
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
Ok.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your
Então já
employer
estava
if there's
oxidado o
anything more.
sangue. Está bem.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Somebody's got to inform the wife, Phelps. If you're done here, we'll head over there now.
Ok. Então vamos lá ter com a waifu. Vamos ter com a senhora dona que faleceu. Do falecido, não é?
You can drive. And where exactly are we going?
Então vamos para a casa da senhora. Foi isso que nós falamos. Agora diz-me lá. Elucida-me.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Ok.
Just a minute.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room.
Não é a mesma senhora, pois não? Para lá. Não é a mesma mulher? Ei, não dá para ver a foto? Mas não é a mesma mulher. What the fuck?
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Alienist Fontaine provides help to troubled vets. Mentally crippled soldiers find relief in clinical treatment.
Lie down, make yourself comfortable. So, you're a friend of Courtney's?
Yes, Doctor.
He seems very concerned about you.
I have these visions. These blinding visions.
can't get them out of my head. My skull, it feels like it's in a
I
vice.
want to give you something to calm your nerves.
E metadona logo direto, ou heroína. Ó. O gajo a testar a heroína.
I want to take you on a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past. Occasions that made you laugh. Times that made you smile.
Ai. O gajo a viciar o pessoal. Para depois vender drogas. Drogas estupefacientes. Ok.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home? Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address.
Ok, já tenho aqui uma informação nova. Então ele era frequentador, frequentável, frequentação, frequentamento. Pô, o gajo frequentava muito esse bar, está visto? É, tem aqui uma porta que abre. Eu acho que isto não tem a ver com o caso. Que é com ferro de engomar ia ter a ver com o caso. O que é isto? Ah, insta-hit, ó. Olha.
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
$82. Foi caro para a altura já. Ah, tá aqui. Ok. E cá fora, tem o quê? Tem aqui um jardim muito bonito. Só tem alguma coisa aqui dentro. Ah não, não tem maçaneta dourada. Tá bem. Oi, que é isto? É lixo. Tem aqui a garagem. Ai, espera aí que não... Já estou a ser da zona do crime. Do crime não, da investigação. Ok, estas plantas também não têm nada a ver com nada, pois não? Tá aqui.
No use leaving the thing half finished.
Que tem que ser eu a montar isto. Não, é aqui em cima, é em cima. Isto. Exato, é aqui. Este é aqui. Ah, e ali é a peça que falta.
So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
Será que ela descobriu que estava a ser encornada e matou o marido? Ou será... Não, e o porco. Não, foi o gajo que matou um porco para fugir com a amante. Quase de certeza. É um bocado óbvio demais, mas... Também são os primeiros casos, não é? Ok. Ah, está aqui a caixa dos óculos.
This must be Adrian's.
Deixa eu ver se corresponde à marca. Stanzel!
Stenzel. So the glasses are a match.
Como é que este gajo tem 32 anos? To my Adrian, love sick and lonely without you. Hurry back, my darling, Nicole Xixix. É Jojo. Então a gaja chama-se Nicole. Amante. Mas o gajo também é meio burro. Oi?
A used ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Yeah. E o gajo deixa assim o bilhete. Também é meio burro. Espera lá.
Separate bedrooms, separate pictures. What gives here?
Estes gajos já estavam praticamente separados, não é? Estes gajos estavam praticamente separados, estes dois. E esta porta é o quê? Já tinha estado aqui. O que é que o gajo fechou a porta? Deixa-me ligar para saber informações sobre aquele bar.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thank you.
Ok. Pronto, agora vou falar com ela. Acho eu. Ou será que há alguma coisa aqui importante? Não dá para ver estas fotos. Isto não é nada, não tem nada a ver. Não tem nada a ver com nada.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor Adrian!
Do you think you could answer some questions now, Mrs. Black?
Of course. However I can help.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
Ok, ela está a dizer a verdade.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
Ok, também está a dizer a verdade.
So Adrian spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
Location of Agent Black.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
Acho que ela está a dizer a verdade, não é?
So nothing out of the usual then.
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? Oh, what an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Também está a dizer a verdade. Parece.
Is there anyone who
Essa
can
senhora
vouch
fala
for
sempre a
that?
verdade, sim senhor.
Well, no. I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and waited, but he never came home.
Pois.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
Continua sempre a dizer a verdade esta senhora, sim senhor.
Go on.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They look terrible.
Photograph is signed.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
Estás a mentir.
There's plenty to tell. You just won't tell it. You're lying about the
Pois
photograph,
está.
Mrs. Black.
Pois está.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive. But I guess you know that. I've told you what I know about the picture.
Não, não sabes. Não, não sabes. De certeza. Onde é que está a fotografia? Concealed message.
What about Nicole?
É, pensas que eu não sei.
Was your husband going to leave you for her?
I've seen the photo frame. He thinks I'm stupid. But women sense these things. I don't know if he intended to leave me or if it was just a fling. God only
Mas já estou a
knows.
perceber.
I only want to know that he's safe.
O gajo matou o porco
We'll keep you informed.
para fingir a sua morte e ter com a outra.
Please
Acho que era mais fácil dizer, olha, não quero estar mais contigo, vou ter com a outra. Mas pronto, se calhar sou eu. Com as minhas ideias fora da caixa. Amigo, conduz tu.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we going?
Para o bar. Vamos ver se encontramos lá o amigo dele.
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mesmo.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
Pois não.
He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell doesn't seem the type, but stranger things have happened.
Não, a senhora não matava. Ela estava a dizer muitas vezes a verdade. Estamos no bar às 11h30.
The ink spots.
God damn it all!
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
We were at school together. How about you buy me a drink for old time's sake?
Não, deixa estar.
Boy, you looking for someone better, Dave?
Olha, sim, já que
Food
falas.
wasn't great.
You know Frank Morgan?
Sure. Frank's a regular. He's a loner in the back.
Ok, vamos lá falar com um amigo.
He's only a writer.
Onde está o
Morgan?
gajo?
Who's ass?
Ah, este gajo.
Cole Phelps, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
Este gajo está a mentir. Com os dentes todos.
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
O gajo está a mentir.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
Eu tenho a fatura.
You were there, Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car. It has your name on it. We can call the slaughter yard and nail you on it.
All right already. That fool Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle. He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked.
E onde é que ele está?
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
O gajo está muito apreensivo. O gajo está a mentir, não está? Duvido.
I'm tired of your shtick, Morgan. Spill it, or we take you out in the alley and we knock it out of you.
He's holed up at my place. He's waiting for some money to come through before he blows town.
An address?
It's an apartment house at the corner of Temple and Figueroa. Apartment number 2.
Ok.
I think that's all. Thanks for your help, Morgan. We appreciate it.
Hey, I'm just glad I could help. I love cops.
Mentira.
Cuff him, let him go. It's up to you, Phelps. There's no way I'm writing this idiot up.
Deixa estar.
I just don't know how to dance.
Não acho que foi ele.
Same to you. I'll go back to my drink.
Vamos, mas é entrar no carro e vamos ao tal apartamento.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Esse está lá o gajo, escondido. Escondido a mulher dele.
K,
go ahead.
Message from Technical Services. Blood found in the abandoned Lincoln at the PE Freight Depot is not human. Repeat.
Pois, not human.
Compositional analysis reveals swine as the most likely match.
Pois,
Roger,
swine.
KGPL. Time to reel this guy in, Phelps.
Aquilo era sangue de suíno. Cristiano Ronaldo. Suíno.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on.
Vamos lá. Onde é que está? Está aqui. Frank Morgan, outra vez, o 2.
Apartment 2.
Pronto, vamos lá ao apartamento 2. Se tem que ser, tem que ser. E o que tem que ser tem muita força. Apartamento 2. Está aqui, ó.
Help you, gentlemen? LAPD detectives, Mr. Black. You're under arrest. Look, I'm really sorry about this. I never tried to hurt anyone. I just needed to get away from LA. I won't put up a struggle. Just let me get my things.
Ele vai fugir. Oh.
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car.
O guarda corre.
This is the last resort. There's no point running, Adrian.
Foi aqui para baixo. Está ali o gajo. O gajo está ali.
Mr. Black, get back here right now. Stop right there. It's over, Adrian.
Já foste, Cândido.
Why not just come clean with her?
Cadeia.
Why the melodrama? I thought it would be easier. No,
Huh.
it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the
Exatamente.
DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
Vai apanhar 10
You're gonna
anos.
lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
E... Mas o gajo está um bocado acabadito para 32 anos. Fogo.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot.
What?
You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, you could go a long way in this department.
Pronto. Resolvemos um caso. Mais um. Este foi o primeiro caso a sério, não foi? Foi. 14, 12. Ei, não fiz danos, nem injuries, nem sítio de damage. Porque também não era eu que estava a conduzir, não é? Ah, este é do Are You a Madman?
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new Packard abandoned in an empty lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. PR is one Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good, get going.
Pronto, está resolvido. Está tudo, não é preciso mais nada.
Rimsky, O'Halloran. Intelligence has information on a stolen car racket.
An abandoned vehicle. You catch all the good ones, huh, Phelps?
Mais um carro abandonado.
Nobody dumps a shiny new Packard unless they borrowed it without asking.
You don't say. You're on fire today, Einstein.
Very
É
funny.
muito sarcástico, amigo.
Come on, my intense protege. Let's go save the world.
Engraçadinho.
You hear about Adrian? The problem in Seattle threw him out. Wife says she's gonna take him back.
Women generally show more compassion.
What are you talking about? Adrian dumped on her. He was humping the secretary. Margaret should show some pride.
Pride comes before a fall, Bukowski. Talking from experience.
Crime scene. Ah.
Phelps, traffic.
I'm Officer Houlihan. cart down the alleyway, detectives.
We got a call about an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. The car has flags. Might be some kind of diplomatic vehicle.
Has anyone touched this vehicle since you arrived?
No. And that Jacobs bird over there was on station before I got here.
We'll talk with him in a moment. Give us some time to look the place over.
Sure, take your time. He's a sore-headed old son of a bitch anyway.
Ok, vamos investigar. Está aqui um taco de basquetebol. Ah, mas isto não é nenhuma prova. B, C... Olha, tem aqui uma prova.
Swab the underwear for traces.
Combination wrench. Must have used it to remove the wheel lugs.
Bem, já temos a primeira prova. Aquelas garrafas no chão não tem nada a ver com nada. Aqui também não tem nada. Acho que tem mesmo que ver aqui o carro. Espera aí que isto é pium. O que é pium? Ah, o que é isto?
Optimistic, Cole.
Isto não é nada também. Isto aqui. Ah, isto é dos miúditos brincarem à bola, não é? Isto não tem nada a ver com nada. E aqui a mala. Está aqui um morto. Não. Só tem uma mala de ferramentas. Ah, Consulado Geral da Argentina.
It's owned by the Argentinian embassy.
Embaixada da Argentina. Está bem. Ah, não estão aqui as matrículas. Roubaram as rodas. Acho que é só
Wheels is for amateurs. Car ring would have stripped it in a warehouse.
Pois. Não era isto que eu queria ver, mas está tudo. Queria analisar aqui a bandeira. Ah, está a falhar uma bandeira até.
Must have taken the flag as a souvenir. Can't have any street value.
Há mais alguma coisa assim importante aqui? Não há assim nada de importante, pois não. Bem, vou falar com o balhote. Pode ser que o balhote tenha alguma informação dramática.
Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
What exactly happened here, Mr. Jacobs?
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot? Damn kids play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyways, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
Witness report, deixa eu ver.
Did you see who stole the Packard?
Hell yes, I did. I saw 3 goddamn Mexicans going to work on it.
Ok. Está a dizer a verdade?
Can you tell us what they were doing?
Using the headlights of an old Ford so they could strip the thing. I yelled out to them, "I'll call the cops." So they loaded up their car and drove off, tooting and hollering and yelling obscenities at me in Mexican.
You speak Spanish, sir?
No, I do not.
Então como é que sabes? Deixa-me ver só aqui as evidências que temos aqui. Stolen Packard. Registration slip, missing license plates. Tá chateado.
After the Mexicans left, you didn't go anywhere near the car?
After I scared him off? No, I didn't go anywhere near that car.
Exato. Esta expressão é incrível. Ai, o meme. Doubt.
You went out to the car. Once they were gone, you had to take a look for yourself.
I was curious. Ain't no law against that. So what if I took a look around that car? You can't be accusing me of nothing.
Tell me about the car they were driving.
It was an old Ford. I didn't catch the license number.
Está a dizer a verdade.
You look like the kind of guy who notices details.
You're right there.
Gajo todo,
The car was old, but it
todo
looked
gabarolas.
brand new. Candy apple red paint job stands out a mile.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
Epá, eu duvido.
Right. So what did you take, Jacobs? You want my
Pois.
partner to pat you down?
I found a notebook in the glove compartment. I was going to show you. It's on the chair on my porch.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Jacobs. You can speak to Officer Thibault about signing a formal statement.
When you get the car out of the way, maybe you could come back and do something about those kids.
How about we bring you an umpire's mask?
Ok, deixa eu ver então aqui o notebook. 1947 é quando se passa este jogo. Ok, Bryson não sei o que então. Juan Francisco Valdez está aqui. Do you fuck young boys, Valdez?
Okay, so we have the owner of the vehicle, a degenerate. I'll run John Madsen by R&I.
John Madsen. Isto aqui foi quem vendeu o carro. Slim Lips. Huh?
Contact details on a William Dewey. This looks like business rather than pleasure.
Very pale, very innocent, likes gifts, particularly shy, dark good looks, slim hips. Ui, isto é só o nome de homem. Daí a questão do you fuck young boys, Valdez?
I think we've wrung this place dry. Let's find a game well.
Do you fuck young boys, Valdez? Are you a madman?
You coming? We need a game well, Phelps.
Olha, eu não consigo ver outra vez o Are you a madman? Não dá para ler outra vez. Devia dar.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Could you run the name Dewey Brothers? Possibly a dealership or car mechanics workshop.
One moment. Dewey Brothers Packard Dealership, 629 Figueroa Street.
Ok.
Got it.
Então temos que ir para lá.
Can you put me through to Michigan 2458, please?
Connecting you now.
Hello, can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Can I speak to John Madsen, please?
He's at school, officer. What's this about? Is he in trouble?
How old is your boy, ma'am?
Just turned 16.
Wrong person, Mrs. Madsen. Sorry to disturb you.
Ah, o gajo anda realmente.
Messages for me, please.
There's just one message for you, Detective. A four-door Packard, diplomatic license number Paul Robert 706, was reported missing this morning by Juan Francisco Valdez.
Could you have him brought in?
He's already here at Central, Detective. He's demanding an audience, as he calls it.
Thanks. Can you get a message to Captain Leary? Tell him we'll be in as soon as we can. Thanks.
Mas eu acho que vou primeiro.
Can you cordon off this lot until we have the vehicle impounded?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Eu acho que vou primeiro
We'll follow
a.
up on the owner. Get a statement from Jacobs, and I'll read your report back at the station.
Eu acho que vou primeiro à cena.
Can you drive to this one?
À dealership.
Where are we headed?
Mais vale.
This has got to be the 50th abandoned vehicle call we have caught this year. One more, and I'm gonna go crazy.
Not your favorite cases?
You kidding me? This is barely even police work. Of all the bad guys in this city, we get lumped with the ones who can't even be bothered to keep what they steal.
Don't tell me, let me guess. You were making your way past the lot, caught sight of the new model 4-door, and couldn't help yourself. You could see yourself in that car and just had to take a closer look. Well, I can't say as I blame you.
LAPD, Mac. We'd like to speak with the owner.
That's me, William Dewey, proprietor at your service.
We're investigating the theft of a Packard belonging to the Argentine embassy. Are you missing a combination wrench?
I don't know, Detective, but I know how we can find out. Follow me.
Ok. Bem, é só seguir o gajo então, não é? Estas texturas são
We
horríveis.
keep all our tools in here.
Mind if we look around?
Be my guest.
Ah, tá aqui.
You sure you guys aren't interested in a new car? Huh? Maybe a used car.
Tá
I
calado.
have some nice used cars for guys in your wage bracket.
Why don't you give us some alone time, Dewey? Go sell some cars or whatever it is that you do.
Já estou a ver que está a faltar uma vermelha. Nem vale a pena continuar. E corresponde.
One left.
E corresponde. Gabriel Delgado.
Delgado is missing a 3/4.
Ok. Ah, isto não tem nada a ver com nada, pena.
Probably nothing.
Pois. Era o que eu suspeitava. Uma vela de ignição.
Seems irrelevant.
Yeah.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Nada. Esta matrícula também não tem nada a ver com nada, pois não?
I don't think so.
Bem me parecia. Não dá para falar com esta ali em baixo. Deixa-me falar aqui com o artista.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Primeiro vamos rever aqui algumas informações. Stolen. Deixa eu ver o que é que diz aqui no Valês. Monogrammed notebook listening mail liaisons phone number for William Dewey.
Packards are great cars, but this doesn't look like the kind of place favored by foreign embassies. How do you know Valdez?
I don't know Valdez. The embassy bought the car. All I know is he must know a quality car when he sees one.
Pensas que me enganas?
And I know a shyster when I see one. You and Valdez are in this together.
Me and Valdez? I hardly know him. Valdez wouldn't wipe his shoes with me.
É, então explica-me isto.
We found your contact details in Valdez's notebook. He had to be calling you for something, Dewey.
Okay. So I met Valdez in a bar. We cut a deal and he bought the car through the embassy. I cut him some change on the side. It happens all the time.
Where can we find Delgado?
I don't know. He sure as hell isn't here.
Pronto. Este gajo é espertinho.
Address, Dewey, or my partner shoves her head in a car door.
Okay, all right.
Este gajo é logo também a partir,
103
foda.
Hill Street. And tell him from me, if he ever shows his face around here again, I'm gonna kick his butt from here to Kingdom Come.
A wrench from this dealership was used to strip the wheels from a Packard last night, Mr. Dewey. A couple of Hispanics were seen taking parts.
We've had a spate of thefts ourselves. Comes with the location. Thieving bastards to steal anything the minute your back is turned.
Espera, até ficou confuso.
What are you hiding, Dewey? Spill it. You don't want the LAPD getting too interested in this place.
So I hire a few illegals. It's cheaper than hiring returning GIs. They have less attitude. Downside is, they're a little light-fingered.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Dewey.
No problem. God damn that kid. I'm just an honest car salesman. Seems like you just don't know who you can trust these days.
Going to movies, Dewey. You're missing your calling. Time to visit Gabriel Delgado. See how good his excuse is.
Gabriel Delgado, não era mais fácil ir já falar com o...
Oh, sister?
Do you fuck young boys, Valdez?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Claro. Vamos para a comissaria.
You read the story in the Examiner about the Navy developing three-dimensional movies?
What's a dimension?
You know, like a graph. Vertical axis is Y and horizontal is X.
Well, that's clear as mud.
Third dimension would be Z. So things would be popping out of the screen.
That's ridiculous. Scare people out of the theater. God's name would want that.
I don't know.
Pois, é por isso que ninguém... yeah.
Color, like what we have now.
Do we have a Juan Francisco Valdez in for questioning?
Sure do, Phelps. Your bird's an interview, too. And get this, he's wearing gloves and doing his best not to touch these. Can you beat that?
Sounds like we don't want to keep this guy waiting. It's this way.
You think those Vice boys get any on the side?
Oh no.
You think the Vice boys get any on
Aqui? Não. Aqui, run... Ah, tá aqui o gajo.
I'm praying that those prints come
About time.
through, so I can
Are
nail
you
that
the
son of a
senior
bitch.
officer I requested?
I'm Detective Phelps, and this is Detective Bukowski.
Have you any idea how long I've been waiting to speak with you?
Me interessa.
I am needed back at the consulate, and you keep me here like a common criminal.
All right, friend. Let's take a deep breath and start all over again.
Mr. Valdez.
Consul General. I insist on my full title.
Where did you purchase the car?
My secretary and driver arranged the purchase. A disreputable place, Dewey Brothers by name. As soon as I can have it arranged, I will have my Hispano-Suiza brought up from Buenos Aires.
Ah, não sei se eu não sei o que é que eu devo de usar, se devo usar. Vou usar a intuição. Doubt.
Bought a Packard, Valdez? A snob like you doesn't drive an American car. I want answers or I'll smack you around the teeth.
William Dewey offered me a substantial bribe to make a purchase at his establishment. It is not unusual to make this kind of transaction in the civil service.
Tell that to the Argentine taxpayers.
Consul General, we have located your car. Can you tell us how it was stolen?
It must have been stolen from the consular garage. Terribly inconvenient, of course. I want the perpetrator soundly flogged.
Unfortunately, we don't do that here, your worship.
Isto também é doubt, não é? Yeah.
You have a pretty good idea who stole the car, don't you, Consul General? Are you going to tell me, or do I shake it out of you?
There's no call for violence. I suspect a disgruntled boy from the car dealership.
You have a name for this kid?
Gabriel, like the Archangel. I have no surname.
É o Delgado.
So tell us about this kid, Gabriel. You had a run-in with him?
Mecánico. A presumptuous young man who did not know his place. He presumed to ask me questions.
We do a lot of presuming here in the United States, Consul General. It comes with the turf.
Lie.
You fuck young boys, Valdez.
Are you a madman? This will cause an international incident.
Do you fuck young boys, Valdez?
Danny, Ben, Miguel, Tristan, and Teddy. Full lips. Ring any bells?
I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
Gabriel, spill it.
A beautiful but impertinent boy. I mentioned rendezvous and the young man went quite insane. I thought he was going to kill me. I was prepared to pay.
We'll be in touch, Consul General.
Let's nail this
Do you
kid Delgado
fuck young
and wrap
boys,
this thing up.
Valdez?
I want to make comments. You know you made it. I'm praying that those prints come through.
Finished with Valdez.
Thank God. I'll get rid of them in a couple of hours.
Ok.
You're behind the wheel.
Vamos à residência do
Where
Delgado.
to?
ATI radio remind.
Okay, let's see what Gabriel has to say for himself.
I just hope our Archangel hasn't already flown.
Dê-me só um momento, amigos. Vou à casinha. Já venho. Pronto, vamos investigar.
That's the cop in the newspaper. If olive oil
What
comes
the
from
hell is
olives,
this
where's
guy
baby
doing?
oil come from?
Okay, okay, he's had enough.
Vamos lá. Falar com o Gabriel Iglesias.
Don't know how to dance to bebop.
Where do you see a number 3 marked on that door?
Ah, é o número 3, ok, desculpa. Lá me lembrava. Ih, caramba, o gajo quase que deitou abaixo.
Yes.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Gabriel Delgado.
Gabriel?
We're from the police.
Policia.
You understand?
Yes, I understand. Could you come inside?
Claro.
What is your name?
Ana Rodriguez.
Is Gabriel Delgado here, Ms. Rodriguez?
No. What do you want with Gabriel? Is he in trouble?
Stay where you are, Ms. Rodriguez. We need to take a look around.
But he is not here. I have told you.
Check out the surrounds. I'll stay with the broad. So how far along are you, Anna? Right. So how's it gonna be
Então foi ele
when
que
you go into
roubou.
labor and he's not around?
You are wrong about Gabriel. He will be a good father. Already he works hard to provide for us.
Unless you help us here, Anna, your little one won't be seeing Papa for a very long time.
O que é que isto tem a ver? Come inside. Isso é o que ela queria, mas já fizeram isso. Que ela está grávida. Boy. Yeah, boy. Não, eu para já não quero falar com ela. Para já quero ver o que é que há para aqui. Está aqui um carro.
Difficult to tell whether it's the suspect vehicle from the scene.
Não, não é.
Certainly Gabriel's pride and joy.
Não é. Garantidamente que não é. E aqui na cozinha? Ei, tem aqui.
Serving breakfast for two, Anna? You should have cleared up.
Ei, então está aqui alguém. Estou bem, amigo. E tu, estás bem? Estás fixe? Estou bem, mais ou menos. Dei cabo do meu carro. Ou melhor, não sei se dei cabo do meu carro. Vou deixar no mecânico na quinta-feira. Mas é. A quadra natalícia está muito bonito. Tirando o facto de ter empanado o carro. Que ainda não sei se empanei muito o carro ou não. Mas vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Muita tristeza na minha vida.
Circumstantial.
Yeah. Mas tinha aqui um charuto.
Junk.
Mais ou menos. Olha, mas eu não estou a ver assim muitas provas aqui. Pois não estou. Não estou a ver aqui muitas provas, não. Pois aqui é essa coisa, já vi. Bem, vou falar com ela então.
You're in serious trouble, Miss Rodriguez.
But Gabriel is not here. I have done nothing wrong.
Ok.
Why did he steal the car, Anna?
The customer insulted him. He has his honor, no?
Acho que ela está a dizer a verdade. Mas...
His honor, Anna?
He said Dewey's friend tried to make a woman out of him. He no longer respects this man, Dewey. He took the car to show this maricón that he is a man.
Tell us the truth, Anna. Has Gabriel been here?
I haven't seen him for at least 3 nights.
Lie.
You keep lying to me, and I'll send you and your baby to jail.
Ih!
He lives here, but he hasn't come home. I swear it.
Mentirosa. Que eu vi ali. Coisas.
Enough, Anna. There are signs
Apanhei-te.
all over this place that he's been back.
Eu apanhei-te. Sou
He was here
mentirosa.
last night. I have never seen him so angry. He went out to his shed and put some things in it. I don't know what and I don't want to know. I love him.
Esta gaja tem 12 anos. Está um bocado acabada.
Maybe check out back too. This punk has something stashed somewhere, I know it.
Back deve ser por aqui, não é? Já estou a perceber. Temos aqui informações dramáticas. As rodas queimadas.
It looks like Valdez gets his wheel back.
Encontrei as rodas. Um cisel. Não posso crer que está aqui um cisel. Outro cisel? Como é que é possível? Tanto cisel e um martelo. Eu não sei como é que ele vai escapar desta. Não sei mesmo. Tá aqui.
Diplomatic license plates.
Pois está. Mas porque é que o gajo anda a roubar matrículas?
Nothing significant. I don't think this is going to help us.
E agora? É só isto? Pronto, tá bem. Mais alguma coisa aqui que eu devo ver? Não me parece. Encontrei as rodas, mas...
We found a license plate matching our stolen vehicle in the shed. Add in the assortment of parts, and we can make Gabriel for a dozen other thefts. It's time to get serious, Anna.
You must ask these questions of Gabriel. I know nothing of these car parts.
Duvido.
Then tell us where he is. If your baby is born in prison, Anna, the corrections officers will take it from you. You will see your son or daughter through a metal grate for half an hour a week.
The start line is on 1st and Santa Fe. There is a spillway under the bridge that leads to the river. Many policia have wrecked trying to follow him.
We will put in a good word for you, Anna. As far as we're concerned, this sits with Gabriel.
Start line? That sounds like a street race to me.
Yeah.
It's gotten out of hand this last year. No wonder Delgado has such an eye for firearms.
Pronto.
Let's go stop these clowns and get them off the street.
E é o que vamos fazer? Vamos lá.
That's the cop in the newspaper.
Siga a marinha.
You can drive.
Vamos lá para o Illegal Street Race. Start line for street races run by Gabriel Delgado and Associates. Leva-me ao meu destino. Per favor.
2 years ago, what kind of man leaves his pregnant girlfriend at home while he goes off to play cards?
Pregnant girlfriends aren't always a barrel of laughs. Everyone needs to let off a little steam. Some guys wouldn't come back home at all.
Are you talking from experience?
Que boca! Não posso ser assim, amigo.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Que agora vou persegui-lo?
Quick! They're getting away!
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. Getting away.
É um vermelho, não é?
Shut one of these races down, another one springs up somewhere else. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a fence. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling me. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime. I'm gonna find you!
Delgado was our boy. Get the others.
Hey! Oh. Dá para repetir, certo? Dá.
There's the red Ford. That's Delgado right there.
Quick! They're getting away!
Phelps, 1247. Requesting assistance at 1st and Santa Fe. Reports of an illegal street race.
Stay on Delgado. Get away. Quick as we shut one of these races down, another one springs up. Kids used to steal cars to sell them. Now they just want to wrap them around a lamppost. The next 16-year-old I have to peel off the sidewalk, you're calling me. I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime.
Hey!
Delgado is our boy. Forget the others.
Gonna lose him.
Isto quase que matava aquela mulher.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Step on it, Phelps. Take him out.
Como é que eu vou fazer isto?
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Como é que eu faço isso?
God damn it, Cole. Hold it steady.
Já tá.
Delgado, you're under arrest for Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
Fuck you, puto. You should speak to the maricon. Valdez, I showed him. Now who's the man? I should have burned his fucking car.
Depois de ver. Por acaso era engraçado.
You got a foreign dignitary outed as a fruit and a kitty raper, a car dealer we're gonna let slide for the kickbacks, and a street punk car thief who sure as hell won't be taking liberties with other people's autos again anytime soon. That, Detective Phelps, is not a bad haul. You keep your chin low and your hands high, and you keep bringing me clearances just like that one. That's textbook policing, and we need more of it in this department.
Isso é muito bom. Sou perfeito. Sou melhor. Sempre. 17, 13, 13. Fogo. Incrível. Que detetive que eu sou.
You have any plans for weekend Liberty, Jack?
My sisters have been working in Los Angeles in a bomber factory. They're coming down to visit. I'm meeting them at the station at 6.
Good for you, Jack. Are they cute?
They're my sisters, Hank.
Attention! Final inspection before Liberty.
Good job, Kelso.
Are we going somewhere, gentlemen? Full inspection. It had better be exceptional if any of you want liberty this weekend. Kelso, this carbine. The bore is dirty.
No, it isn't.
Are you arguing with me, Kelso?
Do what you need to do, Sergeant. You know the bore is immaculate.
Weekend liberty canceled. 2-day field drill. Clean this rifle.
No.
Do you know the penalty for insubordination, Kelso?
Jack, don't do it.
Forget him, Hank. He doesn't have what it takes.
Are you two finished? Are you going to clean this rifle?
No, Sergeant. Cole is right. I'm going to stop playing games and join a rifle company and fight the real enemy.
Ih, que boca. Realmente o Phelps parece salto-conas. A marriage made in heaven. Casamento feito no El Cielo. Sinceramente.
All right, gentlemen, I just got this handed to me. A hit-and-run felony at Ray's Cafe, 208 North Los Angeles. Got a patrolman on site, the coroner's on his way. Get down there, see if you can find any witnesses who can put a make on the car.
I'm just praying the prints come through so I can nail the son of a bitch.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you get that desk.
Tell me the date. What do you say, Constance?
Pronto, vamos lá ver o que é que se passou.
You think those Vice boys get any on the side?
If you can fake sincerity, you got it. They weren't even his print. That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop.
I don't want to be rude, but I ain't got time for talk.
You know the way. You can drive.
Looks like the DA is gonna press charges. And Rodriguez might.
Por acaso é fixe. Isto deles conduzirem por mim é impecável. Que assim só ouço o que eles têm a dizer e só resolvo os casos e está tudo.
I'll convince him to let it go.
How do you do that?
I'll give him something better.
Vamos lá. Ixi. Agressivo shit, mano. Ok, já estou a ver duas pessoas que temos que entrevistar, não é?
Over here.
E ainda bem que existe conduzir nesse jogo, está ao nível de 1.0 Cyberpunk, opa, um bocado. Deixa-me ver aqui o chapelito. Bem, o chapéu não tem nada para me dizer, é isso? Estou a tentar ver o chapéu, mas... Ok.
Cole Phelps, traffic. What have we got?
Hit and run.
Male named Lester Patterson walked out of the bar and into the street. Car hit over there and he ended up here, dead on impact by the look of it.
Have you canvassed the area?
The only one with anything useful to contribute is the young lady over there. She lives above the bar, named Shannon Perry. No, it's not a stage name. 24 years old, she left Kansas to follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Is that so?
We'll take a formal statement later. Right now we're going to take a look around.
Ok. Já viste, na altura, toda a gente perdeu o chapéu. Hoje em dia ninguém se esquece do cap dos Yankees. Yeah, boy. New York Yankees. Então este chapéu não tinha nada para me informar, não é? Pronto, está bem. Já está.
Phelps, you should take a look at the body. The poor guy didn't stand a chance.
Deixa-me falar com ele.
I made a preliminary examination. You probably want to take a look, then we'll talk.
Ah, ok. Então primeiro vou falar com ele, mas primeiro vou ver as pistas. Primeiro vou ver as pistas todas. Ok, o gajo ainda tentou travar.
So the driver managed to brake before the impact.
Yeah. E o gajo acertou aqui.
This blood is a long way from the body. The car must have been going like a bat out of hell.
Yeah. E aqui? Rastro de sangue.
Body traveled a good 20 feet.
Na boa, foi arrastado completamente. E aqui tem alguma coisa a ver com isto? Não quero ir já ao corpo. Oi, acabou a música, então não quero falar já com esta. E aqui? Ah. Uma faca!
A knife covered in blood.
Could be a steak knife. This is a hit and run case, Phelps. Anyone could have thrown away a kitchen knife.
In any case, we'll want tech services to scrub the alleyway before they
Oi.
bag the knife.
Será que dá para subir cá acima e tem aqui alguma prova? Não te esqueças do caixote de lixo no beco. Esse gajo é o pior que o DP. Será que tem alguma coisa aqui em cima? Não parece. Não tem nada. E já não está a dar a música, portanto. Já não há provas aqui. É. Tinha aqui uma prova. Pois tinha. Ok. Então deixa-me ver o corpo.
I landed on his face and ended up here. The car must have struck him from behind.
Ih, coitado do gajo. Ah, pois tem. Muita perda de tempo foi. Deixa eu ver aqui a mão. Magoou-se a sério. Então basicamente o gajo foi esfaqueado no beco. Veio a cambalear até à rua a tentar pedir ajuda. Foi atropelado ocasionalmente. E afinal isto é um caso de hit and run e de homicídio. Engraçado. California Fire and Life. Dear Master Pattinson, it is a great pleasure that we acknowledge the receipt of your application 14F and pre-approval has been granted to raise the weekly premium on your life insurance policy 370 per week to 590 per week. This raise become effective não sei que. Foi a mulher que tentou matá-lo. E depois veio o amante da mulher, bateu no gajo para parecer que o gajo foi atropelado, mas afinal não, era só para desviar a atenção. Where our standard veteran care policy entitled you to a lump sum of payout of $10,000 in the event of your untimely death or permanent incapacitation. This new plan secures your beneficiaries a sum of $1,600. What the fuck? We at the California Fire and Life thank you and wish you good health and security for the future. Yours sincerely, Curtis Benson, Vice President, California Fire and Life Insurance. Foda-se, esse gajo valia mais do que eu em 1959, do que eu em 2023. Qual é o valor do teu seguro, da tua incapacidade? Mas também não és um veterano, né? Bem, também só tem notas de $1. Que pobre. Bem, se bem que $1 na altura era pai 2 agora.
We can notify next of kin.
Lester Pattinson. Ok. Coitado do homem. Isto no meu seguro pessoal de trabalho não faço ideia.
From all reports, he was intoxicated at the time of the accident. I'll know how intoxicated once I've done the autopsy. Looking him over now, I'd say he died on impact.
Sim.
What about the chest wound? Isn't that inconsistent?
Pois.
Very common in auto injuries. Look for a car with a prominent hood ornament. Those things are killers.
Ok, deixa-me falar com a...
Careful where you step, Phelps.
Desculpa.
I don't come down to the station house and tap dance on
all
your
yours,
desk.
detective.
E aqui? Este caixote tem alguma coisa? Bem, vamos falar com a indivídua.
Miss Perry?
Yes?
I'm Detective Phelps. This is my partner, Detective Bukowski.
That's nice.
Can you tell us what happened?
Well, I came to the window because I heard people arguing downstairs.
Ok. Parece estar a dizer a verdade.
Then what happened?
I saw a car hit that poor man and knock him down the street.
What kind of car was it?
A dark red Lincoln Continental.
Se ela sabe os carros dela. O notepad do Phelps não te diz X exclusive of Y? Não sei, deixa eu ver. Não. É suposto?
Did you see the license plate?
Only the first 3 letters, I'm afraid. 3C8.
Eu acho que não diz nada. Era fixe de sucesso, mas eu estou a ver que só usaram as keys de música. Yeah.
Tell me more about the argument you heard.
Well, there were two voices. A man and a woman. That's all.
Doubt!
Why are you holding out on us, Miss Perry?
I'm sorry. I was hoping to tell my story to the newspapers. I'd like to get my picture in the paper. Trying to find work as an actress, and things look pretty difficult.
Cough it up, sister. We don't have all night.
People arguing? They were husband and wife. I could tell by what she was yelling. Intimate things. Very embarrassing for the man.
E aí ia dizer que o pênis era pequeno.
Thank you, Miss Perry.
Ah, diz esta cena das questões. Não dá para ver muito bem.
You really think so?
Será que tem que
I hope you
pôr...
find that driver and put him away.
Se calhar vou pôr num sítio diferente.
You certainly got away with the dames, Phelps.
Alright, alright.
Give it a rest, Bukowski.
Let's see what the patrons have to say.
I'll take the bartender. You work the rest of the room.
Ok, deixa eu ver. Se calhar vou mudar a posição da minha câmara. Espera aí, isto não havia a opção de usar isto e isto. E fazer agrupar. Oh! Se calhar aqui é melhor. Se calhar é. Deixa eu ver. Ah, esse grande, deixa eu ver. Ah, já. É do... Esse balhote é do... Are you a madman? Are you a madman? Ah, tem aqui mais o Shrink to the Stars. Promise mental breakthrough. Test subjects show dramatic improvement, says Doc.
Courtney, come in. Have a seat.
Sim, também já estou a jogar isto há 2 horas e 15.
How are you finding working at the clinic?
It's, fine.
Are you sure?
Can I be honest with you, Doctor?
I would hope so, Courtney.
I was hoping that the therapy would be more beneficial.
Treatment can unfortunately be very long-term.
So many of the patients here are addicts, Doctor.
Many of them have been for years, Courtney. In the past, these people were condemned to sanatoriums. If we can reveal the root of the problem, then we have a chance to help them.
And until then, they stay sedated?
Do I detect a hint of reproach, Courtney?
I was expecting more, Doctor. I'm sorry. I don't mean to criticize.
Part of being a physician, Courtney, is learning to be patient.
How is it possible to keep so many of them on their medications, Doctor? Many of their addictions are illegal.
Oh, many things in life are gray, Courtney. What may on the surface appear to be illegal is actually of benefit to society at large.
Yeah, não era este gajo que andava a viciá-los em heroína, o caralho. A história que esses jornais contam é muito interessante, sim, é. Por acaso, curto. É assim mais misteriosa e tal. Pois claro que depois ele cruza-se com esse tal psicólogo, ou psiquiatra, ou caralho. Muito engraçado. Deixa-me ver primeiro se há aqui provas. Qual ray tracing qualquer? Tipo, o Alan Wake nem reflexos tem nos espelhos, meu. Aqui já não há mais nada. Bem, vou ligar aí para a polícia para saber umas informações dramáticas.
Operator, give me dispatch. Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need to run a partial license plate, 3 Charles 8. Cross-check possible Lincoln owners. Suspect vehicle is a red Lincoln Continental.
Just a moment, Detective. Only one possible make on that license. Registered to a William Shelton, 738 West Temple Street.
Ok, já tenho mais um.
Looks like we caught a break on this one.
Já tenho mais um sítio para ir, mas deixa-me falar aqui com o barman. Aí o Falcão é que me serve essa malta, sobretudo os ex-combatentes. Exatamente. Mas eu acho que era com heroína ou algo assim do género, não era?
Hired help. I run the place when the owner ain't around.
Where is the owner?
He stepped out. Somebody had to take Lorna, Mrs. Patterson, home.
Morfina, exato. Morfina, exatamente. Um opiáceo. Ou opioide. Hit and run.
What can you tell me about the accident?
Not a lot. It was busy in here, and all I heard was the impact.
Doubt!
So what was he doing outside? It's against licensing regulations to drink on the sidewalk.
Lester and Lorna were having a fight. The owner made him take it outside. It was pretty ugly.
Do you know the victim?
Yeah. Lester Patterson. He's a regular here, or he was.
Estás a dizer a verdade?
Not one of your favorite customers?
Não, o gajo era um bêbado.
Lester was special, but not my kind of special.
Was Lester drinking alone?
No. He came here with his wife. She didn't seem too interested in the booze, though.
Hey.
A witness overheard an argument.
Lester and Lorna. There's nothing like airing your dirty laundry in public, is there?
Pois. Parece-me ser um pouco doubt.
Why was Lorna Patterson in such a hurry to leave? What is going on here?
Lorna was pretty upset, so Leroy took her home. Lorna and Leroy are close. They've been talking about opening a new bar.
Leroy?
Leroy Sabo, the owner.
How long have Lorna and Leroy been talking about this new bar?
Who knows? I just served the drinks.
Wow. Doubt.
Bartenders hear all sorts of things. Are you going to tell me, or do we have to start playing rough?
When Lester was drinking, he treated Lorna like dirt. He gambled away all their money. Lorna pitched Leroy about the bar. I don't know how interested he is.
Is Leroy doing well?
Hell no. The only thing keeping this place afloat are the poker games.
Thanks for your help, Lynch.
Fogo, eu estou a
I'm going to
acertar
need you
tudo.
to sign a statement with the patrolman.
Sure, no problem.
Bem,
Get
está
anything
visto
out
que
of the regulars?
este sítio também não é o ideal.
They weren't giving too much away. They liked watching Lester and Lorna go a few rounds every other day. And Lester was a fan of the love tap.
Pronto, e agora que é locations? Onde é que está o meu carro? Está do outro lado. Olha o Zelensky! Não, é o Zelensky.
You're behind the wheel.
Bem,
And where exactly are we going?
vamos ao Patterson, não sei o quê. Só meter a... Vou-me meter neste canto. Porque é melhor. Para este jogo. Se bem que acho que não vou conseguir acabar este caso. O caminho tem que sair.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Atenção que vou já investigar isto tudo. Ó, já estou a ouvir pim pim pim. Olha, o gajo andava aqui.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Pensava que ias investigar o facto de eles estarem a jogar póquer. É dinheiro! Esta porta está fechada porque é muito suspeito. Ei caramba, oh minha senhora. Uma colher de pau. Sempre soube. E um garfo de pau. Sempre soube. Ah, maravilha, uma colher de pau. Falta a faca. Falta a faca. Pois falta a faca. Mas a falta da faca não te diz nada, burro. Este gajo vai para onde? Oxidol.
Not sure this means much.
Isto é o homo da altura. O TID. Skip. Não dá para interagir com as facas. Que estupidez. Se calhar tenho que falar com ela primeiro. Não mais certo.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
Huh.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Pois não.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Hit and run. Vamos lá perguntar.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Doubt!
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
Esse é o melhor companion do Phelps. Pá, também tenho ideia que sim. E depois há um que é armado em burro. O Joca. Vou-lhe começar a chamar de Joca. Mas yeah.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Doubt!
Admit it. You were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
O Joca, tu sei de saber. Ah, está a aparecer. Boa. Então. LA Noir Companions. Partners. Hã? Show. Então. Deixa eu ver. Characters. O Joca é este. Este é o Joca. Não sei porquê. Mas tem cara de Joca.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Out!
Sabo has no money.
Ah, ok, já percebi.
This place can't be worth much. Where is the money coming from?
My father left me this house and some money. Lester took out a second mortgage. I held on to the money and kept my mouth shut. And that's all I'm going to say on the subject.
Eu devia ter dito que era a cena do...
Interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Não dá para voltar atrás. Ah, é restart completamente. É. Mas era para ter dito lá e ter acusado por causa do... Devia ter acusado por causa da will, né? Do seguro de saúde. Mas bem, amiguinhos, eu vou ter que ficar por aqui, que agora vou sair. Vemo-nos numa próxima. Possivelmente amanhã, não é? Um grande abraço para todos vocês. Fiquem todos muito bem. Tchauzinho, amigos. Tudo bom.